after that clearance. However, there are issues to be raised.
Madam. See again, let me just remind you, okay, we are very serious here. I don't know what's
Sir, I am also...
No, can I finish, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Turn off your mic. We are very serious here. The procedure of this Senate has been explained to you. It's been explained to you clearly. Your client is here. He's the petitioner. He's sitting right in front of us. Before we hear him, he'll be on oath. If you need to guide him, that's why you're sitting next to him. You can guide him. But to tell us that you have a contrary view to our proceedings here will not be accepted.
Mr. Chair.
Sorry, ma'am. Let me also add to that. What brought us to this point is still lack of following rules and procedures. Let us not go back to this. The Senate you are here. We are willing to listen to you. We are willing to hear you. However, you cannot come to a Senate hearing and dictate how the Senate will organize its hearing.
We have objections to some members of the Senate.
Can you listen?
Who are seated here?
Can you
listen? The reason why we are
Can you listen? You see, the problem is that when you were speaking, nobody interfered.
Yes, but I need
when
to
we are speaking, you interfere. When you were speaking, nobody interfered with your speech. When the Senate is speaking, you interfere. We are not here to a fight. We are here to hear you. The Senate regulates its proceedings. And you listen, just follow the rules. And you will have the time to say whatever you want to say. It's as simple as that. We are not here to fight each other. Thank you.
May I say something?
Yes,
I'm going
to ask a question.
Yes, please.
What is let us be. I want to know your
my position is
position in this matter. No. What's your relationship, your role in this matter?
My role in this matter is that I am a Nigerian citizen. Number two, I am chair of the global body known as Women Political Leaders, based out of Brussels. We are responsible for issues that affect women in politics and public leadership.
Okay. Are you a witness, ma'am?
I am a witness. I am going to speak today.
Okay. So you also will be
So
on
I
oath.
wanted.
You also will be on oath for you.
I wanted to say something.
No, you cannot, ma'am. You want to say something.
What I am saying has nothing to do with the matter there.
No, then this is not the forum.
Sir, this is a public hearing.
Madam, hold on. Madam, can you please switch off your microphone?
Switch off my microphone.
Your microphone.
Can I say
No,
that
switch off your microphone.
the chair of the committee
Madam,
must withdraw
Madam,
the
just hold on.
serious here.
Madam.
We didn't come to be
Madam, but we are
in any
serious
way.
here.
Can you please switch off
Why would he
your
tell us that you
microphone?
are serious?
Can you please switch off
You
your
are
microphone?
serious too.
Madam,
Everybody is serious.
No,
leader, madam, just hold on.
He needs
Madam,
to
madam.
take it back.
Madam, can you please hold on? Madam, with respect to you, you are not a minister of this Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Please don't give me.
Just hold on, please, let me finish.
No, don't give me a lecture.
Let
You
me
will
finish.
confirm what you are
Madam,
saying.
you will let me finish. Therefore, we will extend to you the courtesies that office demands. Let me finish, madam, please. Just listen to me. We will therefore extend to you the courtesies that office demands. We also ask you to extend the same courtesies to us.
Please speak to the chairman.
Just hold on, please, madam, please. You know, one thing I must say with respect, the only way we will understand each other is we speak one at a time. Now, this is the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. These are proceedings of the Senate. The proceedings of the Senate are governed by the Senate itself, not by people who appear before us. We would extend to you the appropriate courtesies. I therefore beg of you to extend to us the same appropriate courtesies. It is not appropriate when we are talking at the same time. So I will beg of you. You will be recognized to speak. However, like I explained the other time, you are a witness in these proceedings. Whatever you say has to be on record. For those things to be on record, for us to act on them, you must be on oath. all the chairman has said to you is that you will speak as a witness. But when you want to speak as a witness, you will be on oath. It will be wrong for us after we had this hearing and we say we cannot consider whatever you said because it's not on oath. So let's understand the procedure. Once we understand the procedure, we understand each other. You are a witness. A witness cannot speak without being on oath. It's as simple as that. I don't see why we are having this exchange. It's totally unnecessary.
Yes, Chairman and my colleagues. Please, I think we need to get the basics correct. This is a Senate committee hearing meeting. It is different from the public hearing. What we are doing here is an extension of Senate proceedings. So, assuming you are before the Senate President, would you determine how the President will conduct business in the plenary? No. So you are subject to the rules and regulations that govern Senate proceedings. In this case, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics and Political Petitions dictates what happens. I want to get that clarification out to you so that you submit yourself to the authority of the committee. Thank you very much. Madam, is your client ready to be on oath? Is your client ready to be on oath?
I assume you allow me to talk. That's why you asked me that question, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir. First, we do not agree with you saying that we are not here for serious business. Secondly, sir.
Let me say this again.
We do not feel
Let me say this again, ma'am.
panel is properly
Let me say this
constituted.
again, ma'am.
The SAN is not.
You should listen to the
We
chairman.
have an issue. And the issue is
Listen when
sir,
somebody is speaking.
but we're talking
Don't
about fairness and
interfere.
justice.
I have the mic.
We are talking about
I want to
fairness
say
and
something.
justice, sir.
Can I speak? Follow the rules.
The SAN is not supposed to be part of this panel because he has taken a stand publicly on this issue. And that is why we cannot sit here and take a vote in front of you.
You don't have the
That is
right
the
to
reason,
say
sir.
that. You don't have the right to say
Oh,
that.
we do. We're
do.
citizens of Nigeria. We are citizens of Nigeria. You are in violation of the Constitution.
Let me say something. Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, as members of the Ethics Privileges Committee, we have our rules that governs our hearing. And from the look of things, it is very clear that those who have come before us are not ready to be held on oath. They are not ready. That means they are just here to waste our time. Mr. Chairman, I would suggest that you tell the clerk to go and administer the oath to them. If they refuse, we'll consider this meeting closed. Because we cannot have any conversation with them if they are not going ahead.
I'm a witness. I'm ready to go on.
Leader is not yet confirmed.
So the clerk should administer the oath.
And anybody else who wants to
I, Supreme Azamara Kibu, solemnly swear that the evidence which I give before this distinguished council shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you.
Who is another witness? Please don't the mic. Please be aware that if you don't take an oath, you will not be allowed to speak. It's as simple as that.
Can I speak, please?
Let's finish.
Let's finish. Let them finish.
No, let him take his oath. Let him defend and we'll come back to this afternoon.
I, Senator Peter Anyakashi, who from this word, by the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
All right. The petitioner, come here.
Mr. Chairman, our most respected distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Adjournment from the Legal Parliament of Kogi State.
Please speak to the mic.
Of Kogi State.
You can put it towards you.
Yeah, put it towards you.
I have an objection to this committee. Number one, I remember the day the matter comes up at the Senate plenarist, and a committee, a petition was submitted, and the petition was forwarded to the committee on ethics, privileges, and petition. And the manner and the way this committee handled the petition, I guess my Senator Natasha, she was not even here hearing. She was not here, and the committee took a decision. In the whole of Senate since 1999, since democracy comes on board since 1999, I've never seen such horrible decision taken by committee where the...
Let me observe you. Please mind your language.
Okay, sorry. I've never, where the party involved was not even here hearing. Even if she's not there, I expect the committee to reschedule. But only a resolution was passed by the committee without, I say a resolution was passed by committee without hearing his own version. That is one. Two, one of the senators here, Senator was in the national television, said he's a principal witness.
Let me observe you. Sir, just in case I have to remind you when you're here.
Yeah.
You have submitted a petition.
Yes.
Do you need you to speak to the petition?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
let me finish.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Let me finish.
Mr. Chairman.
Let me finish, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
And if you are not willing to speak to your petition, you let us know.
Thank you, sir.
The history you are taking us through is not before us. It's not before us. Besides, let me remind you.
Yes.
The petition you sent to us, you didn't give us an address. Do you know what it took us to get you here today? You are talking about not fair hearing. You sent a petition. Let me read your address to you. Turn off your mind. The address you gave there was Polling Unit 008, Bariking Ward of Kennedy Local Government, Kogi Central.
Well, my phone number is here. And I'm
Your phone number, clerk, please tell us.
The clerk called me through my phone number.
When did you call? When did you now pick up your phone?
Only when she called me, I
I want to start something. Clerk, please tell us how we are going to reach him.
How I was able to reach him, the first hearing, he was not present. I made effort to get him through the phone number. The phone number was switched off. I called that number, even the letter, that first letter, I sent it through his WhatsApp. I checked the WhatsApp, it was not open, it went. So I was worried. So the second hearing that we had today, I did the same thing. I called the number, it was not going. I called the number, it was not going. So okay, let me send to the WhatsApp. But I thought that the first one I sent did not go. Then the second one, I thought it would go. So it was over on Friday. On Saturday, I was in my church, I was lying down. I said, let me call this number again. So I called the number. It rang. And he picked, we spoke. He said, Mr. Zubel, I've been calling you off for some time, severally. You did not pick. He said, he told me that his phone was he lost his phone. So when he told me, he said, okay, we scheduled a hearing last time, he did not appear. And I sent the invitation to him, say, he just bring the phone back. So, okay, we have a hearing today. And I sent it to the WhatsApp again. He said, no, I should not send it. So we agreed that I should send the notice of meeting invitation through SMS, which I did immediately. And he confirmed that he received the SMS message. And yesterday we communicated, he called me yesterday, that gave me a number that I should send the invitation for today's hearing, which I sent the invitation to his phone number. And he confirmed that the number received the.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Can I go on, please?
Mr. Ashefo, please put up your mic. Let me just add to what Mr. Chairman and the clerk has said. I think it's important that we are factual in whatever we say. And I want to backtrack it. When this matter first came up, last week, am I correct? Ordinarily, by our rules, Order 40, Rule 6, Order 40, Rule 1, Paragraph D.
Yes.
You ought to have signed and put your address for the petition to be valid. You didn't have an address, a proper address, you didn't have one. This committee took it upon itself to say, track him down. Track him down. And that's exactly what he has explained to me. We could have said to ourselves, since there is no address, so be it. But we didn't do that. We said, make sure you track him down so that he can be here on Tuesday. Now, he's explained to you all the efforts that have been made to track him down. Those efforts don't show a panel or committee that doesn't want to hear you. Now, you speak about the first hearing. Are you aware that a lawyer wrote to us and said Senator Natasha will not appear? Where did you hear this story about we did it without her money? She said she had received the petition and she wasn't going to come. You know, we are here for fairness, but fairness also means we must be truthful. If you did not know all the efforts that were made to track you down, you should be fair enough to at least the gentleman that you spoke to, who made all efforts to ensure that you are here today. I would like us to hear your objection, but let us be truthful, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please, I respect the Senate because it's the highest level lawmaking body for Nigeria. That's why I honor it. Please, the clerk, I didn't want to mention, I don't want to dwell on the issue of the addresses. If an address is not in a letter, phone number is more or less an address. And when he called me, I told him that I'm sorry, armed robber attack came to my house. The clerk, that's what I told you. And I told you my phone was stolen. I just did a welcome pack. Is that not what I told you, sir? The clerk.
That's exactly what he said.
There is no claim as if I don't want to come.
No. We are not saying you don't want to come.
Oh, from your perception, that's it.
You said you made a bail application suggesting that. So let's go to the business of the day.
Yes, my issue is I cannot say anything because one, I have observation about the committee. I have objection about the committee. Your objection.
Okay, so on record, you say you cannot say anything because we have an objection.
I have because
No. Let me get that correctly. You are saying to us,
yes,
that you will not say anything to your petition because you have objection
about the committee's members.
Very good. Turn on your mic. You say,
Mr. Chairman, you have to listen to my objection.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah, because the committee is biased. They have taken a position. If a senator who is a member of this committee was a national list, said that he's a principal witness, that he was in a pipe that day, that go to testify in favor of president of the Senate, and then that senator is a member of the committee.
He's there.
Can you talk about this?
Hold on.
Do you remember the second
Hold on.
He's there on your side as a
I'm taking note, like, you remember this from point of law.
Please, I have the mic. I'm here. I'm here. Please, I have the mic. This is me. I have the mic. I have the mic. I have the mic. Go ahead. Raise the objection. The committee has taken a position on this matter, and as far as I'm concerned, from all the antecedents within these 2 weeks that that's happened, there's no fair hearing, and I believe I cannot get the best from the committee. I object that is an ad hoc committee should constitute, a special ad hoc committee should constitute to get this petition, because we cannot be a judge in the case.
Are you withdrawing?
I want to take an vote.
Please turn off your mic. So go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, I am a little bit surprised. I am fully surprised. Thank you. By the comments that are coming from the other side. You wrote a petition alleging issues, and you have been asked. The initial position was that the ethics committee should sit to look at your petition. You are here. You are refusing to say something regarding your petition. Rather, you are sitting before us trying to give flimsy excuses for refusing to speak. Mr. Chairman, this is the way I want to see it. Nobody is going to force them to say anything about what they have alleged in this paper. If you have something to say that is credible, there are cameras here. There are people watching here. It's being recorded. And you are saying that you are not going to speak because the committee has to be changed to another committee. It doesn't work that way. Say what you want to say as relating to your petition. If you have facts and figures, cameras will be recording the facts and figures, and not everybody will be reporting what you have said. So, Mr. Chairman, if they are refusing to say anything, I doubt if they are ready or they even have any facts.
Can I speak, please? Can I speak?
You are saying you're not saying anything.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues. I cannot confirm completely, but I want to suspect that the senator who we are hearing was on national TV, that the gentleman is saying is biased, is our very own Senator Peter Waboy, who is seated across there, and who, as a witness, and who does not therefore form part of this panel. So I would ask the gentleman to please name the senator he refers to as biased, so that we can be clear on his direction. This vague reference that the committee is biased is a serious allegation that requires proof. We would not invite you here to listen and then come out with this. This is being recorded in many directions. And we are the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would ask the gentleman to please be specific on the bias that he refers to. Thank you.
I would like to ask a question. Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
My question is mostly to people on this side. The witness, while speaking, didn't just say that one senator is biased. He said that this committee is biased. He said that this committee has taken sides. He said that he cannot get fair hearing from this committee. He concluded that he has no confidence in this committee as set up.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, what are we now expected to do? Thank you.
Let me just step in. Mr. Subemi, so that I understand you correctly, what you are saying is that you are not prepared to testify. Am I correct?
That is not correct.
Are you prepared to testify today?
I'm prepared to testify, but
So can we proceed?
no, not on this committee.
Okay. Mr. Subemi.
Sorry, if I'm not ready, I will not travel far away from you.
Hold on now. Let please put off your mind.
Let the camera record do that. He was here and he would not testify.
No, that's wrong, sir. Do respect.
You will not testify.
Don't inject words in me.
You need to testify.
No.
You cannot determine what he does.
Most don't inject words on me. Say exactly what I said.
All right. I think we've heard you. We heard the objection. And we've also heard you loud and clear that because of those objections, you will have nothing to say to this committee.
Can I?
No, see, we're not, it's not an exchange.
One of the reasons I made up, because
You have made
my
experience. It's not an exchange. It's not an exchange. No, please. Off that mic. Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
off the mic.
no, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, we are not, Mr. Chairman, this is Mr. Chairman, I will talk about Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, with respect, Mr. Chairman, with respect, I don't want to fucking yourself.
It's okay, madam. It's okay, madam. It's okay, madam.
That is not to respect yourself. Shut up and take him out. Smell him out. Smell him out. Look like a dog. Look at you. Shoot at 70. Father, please. I've been a senator. Father.
You are an insult to womanhood. You cannot
Chairman of the committee.
I will start to keep my mouth shut. Who are you? Who are you?
Let's face facts.
Who are you? I will refuse.
Chairman of the committee, my distinguished colleagues, and the petitioner and those who came to defend the petition. I am Senator Dike Plan. I move a motion that we adjourn this meeting because The petitioner said he will not be able to testify about his petition for lack of trust in confidence in members of the committee. Since he has no confidence in us and he will not talk because he doesn't on his petition, I move a motion that this meeting, this session should be adjourned.
I ask to be put on oath. I'm a citizen of Nigeria.
Are you a petitioner?
What's up?
And the petitioner has something to
I
say.
am
I'm
a
a
witness.
witness.
I said I have something to say. And someone is not giving me object.
You are not even supposed to do what you are doing. Respect us.
You said you will not talk.
Fine.
You will not talk.
Gentlemen,
You said you will not talk, sir.
Chairman, I'm ready to testify. Do we have a second after this discussion? I'm ready to testify.
I ask to be put on oath. I ask to be put on oath. You must remember that I ask to be put on oath.
If you are not recognized, you cannot talk now. If you are not recognized, you cannot talk.
But who are you?
You cannot talk now. If you are not recognized,
Take an oath, man. You put an oath. I ask you to
take a plan.
I was recognized as an attorney.
Please allow me. Allow me.
I have a suggestion, sir.
No, you can't talk unless you are recognized.
Okay, so that's why
Please
I'm
let
asking for
us
a
establish.
question.
Let's establish something here.
Yes, sir.
You cannot talk unless you are recognized. Please.
How do we get recognized, sir? Is it by raising up our hand?
This thing will please go ahead.
Switch off your mind.
No, I said I want to say something.
Why are you going against the chairman?
Sir, and that's why.
What mindset do you have from here?
Hello.
Can't we be quiet and do this thing well?
It's okay.
What?
Just wait.
Simple. As if you're fighting.
Hello.
Nobody's fighting. Can you calm down?
Call us on
We have a procedure. Listen.
Madam, can you let somebody speak, please?
Yes, sir.
What is wrong with this people?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and my distinguished colleagues, our guests. My name is Engineer Patrick C. I'm representing Imonot in the Senate. Sorry if I may have come late, but I don't think I've come late because we're not started. However, I've listened, giving rapt attention to the scenario already created. I want to first of all advise you, the petitioner, please, let's observe decorum. You will be given your due attention and you will be heard. You will speak to your document before the Committee on Ethics, Privilege and Petition. And again, please, if you know the way or the rule, the way you behave when you appear in the law court, please observe it here, so that the place will not be rowdy and it will not look like we're in a marketplace or there's no decorum. This is the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It will be bad for you to say that you don't have confidence in the entire committee, where you have both opposition and the ruling. But it will look odd if you look at every person and you presume from your home, from the start, that every person here is compromised. That means no one serves God here. That is too terrible. So, in this place also, place where all citizens of this country, the senators, and you on that side, here you must be recognized before you speak. And of course, recognition of that your side starts from the petitioner. Is after the petitioner is one to let us know why
Mr. A or Mrs. B will be allowed to speak, maybe to add to what he must have submitted. Or the person is also a witness. That is the rule. We cannot jump to recognize any person without hearing from the petitioner. And if the petitioner insists that he cannot speak, in their midst, no other person will be given the opportunity to speak on the same issue, except that person is coming up with his or her own petition. Are you getting my point? I hope you're hearing me properly. So try to understand and let us know this place is not for fight. This is Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. No one here is without conscience. No one here is without conscience or without spirit. So please, let's respect Nigeria and give our due respect and attention. Let the proceedings continue, except where you don't want to speak. Again, let me remind you, this is a standing committee. We call it standing committee. And the matter you have presented must be handled by a standing committee. It cannot be handled by an ad hoc committee for it to give it a badge. It must be handled by a standing committee. And you may not have the right to ask the Senate to reconstitute the standing committee. Rather, after you must have been heard and any ruling passed, if you don't believe it on that ruling, you can now write back the Senate, giving your reasons why you will not comply. That's my advice.
Thank you.
And listen to the chairman, please.
Mr. Suberu and your team, I just have a few things to say. Mr. Suberu, I just have a few things to say. You know, it's important, or let me say that I start from the premise that I assume that you are here this afternoon, presented a petition because you like the Senate to listen. I've had your objection, but I need to put something on record so that we understand each other very clearly. By the rules of the Senate, you are the petitioner, and you have been sworn on oath. You have to open your case. After you open your case, giving your evidence, I want us to understand the procedure. Please pay attention to me, because I don't want you to go back tomorrow and say you are denied fair hearing. After you have given your evidence, you will then tell us who else is here to give evidence on your behalf. After that is done, and questions are asked you, you return to the respondent and say who represents him, what do you have to say in rebuttal. The moment you are unable to open your case, you kill your case. Because what you are saying is you are not prepared to give evidence. So what do you expect us to just hold on? I'm just trying to explain something to you. What do you expect us to call on the respondent to say if you don't say anything? My take on this, therefore, is that we won't be able to proceed this afternoon. And I want you to understand that, so that tomorrow you don't get on social media and say, oh, they didn't allow me to talk, they didn't want to hear my petition. I am saying that the step you have taken now makes it impossible for us to proceed. You see, in any hearing, there is a balance. The man that you accuses and the man that is accused. Just like you want to state your case, you also want the man who is being accused to state his case. Now, that person will report whatever you have to say after you have spoken. Then we'll ask you, what defense do you have to what has been said against you? Now you say you are not going to say anything. What do you want them to say? So, why I'm explaining this to you is that we members of this committee want you to understand the procedure properly, so that when you take a decision, as you have taken, you understand the implication. Not that you turn around tomorrow and say that they do want to hear you. So you are free to do as you please. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, are you ready to testify?
I want to say something.
Are you ready to testify?
Mr. Chairman,
Are you ready to testify?
don't insert words on me, Chairman. I said I have something to say. Then from there, we proceed further. From there, we proceed further. Mr. Chairman, distinguished senators, as Avelia stated it, I hold this senator at a very high level because my uncle was once a senator here, and I prayed to be a senator here too. It was our life. One of the reasons why I said I have no confidence on this committee that I remember repeatedly, sir, when the matter comes up, the chairman, the Senate committee chairman, the chairman of this committee, Senator Maswell, sorry for pronouncing them wrong, please, pardon me. He organized a press conference telling the whole world that no woman has ever indicted Chilean Senate President. He said, as the chairman of Senate Committee on Ethics, Code Conduct, and Public Petition, addressed a media regarding Senator Natasha's allegation against Senate President Natasha in an interview on 5th March 2022. Senator Demonstrous dismissed Senator Natasha Akpotiuduagha's claim on sexual harassment, stated that no other woman, no other female senators had indulged similar complaints. Has lodged similar complaints. He suggested that Senator Natasha might have misinterpreted the Senate President's action, implied that any perception family was misunderstood. Now, the same man who said this publicly.
Excuse me, where did I make that?
I said March 5th.
To where?
The date.
To where?
I said press briefing.
I have not had a press conference. So
please check. Google it.
No.
Please Google it.
He has not.
I can't believe that.
So I'm asking you.
I can't believe that. So it's on news.
Please tell me the media. Is it a newspaper? Is it a television or what is it?
Number one.
No, hold on.
Let me explain my point.
Please put on record the media. Is it a radio? Is it a newspaper? And if it is, please tell us the newspaper. If it's, remember you're under oath, sir.
Yes.
If it's a television, please let us know the television stations that are here and I said those things that you said I said.
Before I go into that,
no, you must answer that question.
Okay, let me conclude it now.
No. We've shifted.
Okay, the media briefing you had incidents here. On the 5th of March, it was reported by all the national dailies. And the national.
Okay, you be specific. So all the newspapers carried it.
The program was showed in the morning shows of channels and Arise TV.
I have never appeared in channel.
We are not right.
And I said on Arise that what?
Sir?
I said on Arise what you said. I said those things on my words.
You can find out from them.
I can find out from them.
That is why
you are making a wide allegation. You are telling me I should go and find out from them.
That is why.
All right, that's fine. So go ahead.
Secondly,
so what?
Secondly, my clients, who is Senator Natasha Akpotiuduagha, who support, because my petition was when we asked her what is the situation in the National Assembly, the complaint was as her constituents, and we put our heads together and fought the petition. And since she's not here and people have backed her not to propose as Assembly, because if you look at my petition, I stated it there that she's my #1 principal witness who will come and testify, oral testification and documentary evidence. Since she's not allowed to be here, I can't proceed further.
All right, now you will explain. Please turn off your mic.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, my name is Shoaib Afolabi Salisu, and I represent the Central Senatorial District. What has happened here a while ago is rather quite unfortunate. And I'm just going to restate my understanding just to be sure that we all are true to our God and to our conscience. That whether on that side or on this side, we are extremely conscious that after the drama, after the theatrics, there will be a day that will all stand before our God. And I'm going to speak from that basis. It's a spirit. You laid a petition. When you laid the petition, when this petition was meant to be heard, you didn't show up. You laid a petition that had no address. The clerk of the committee made several efforts just to be sure that you are contacted to come and pursue your petition. They couldn't reach you on the phone. The only point of contact on your petition was your phone number. They couldn't reach you severally. You have come today to say you lost your phone, Improper took your phone, and I mean, we can't blame you for that, we can't verify that. But the truth of the matter was that you laid a petition that there was no address. The only means of communication that was there on your phone was unreachable. After several attempts, they were able to reach you, and you have come here. Now you have come here today, you said you are not ready to speak to the petition. I want to plead with you. The Nigerians and the international community are interested in knowing the truth of this allegation. And this allegation has not just been brought into our national consciousness, it has also been internationalized. And every senator has been made to look back. We want an opportunity to clear the Senate as an institution, and for some of us as members of that institution to also be able to work with our head right on our shoulder to be able to say, this allegation has been thoroughly investigated. You'll be doing Nigeria a lot of good by that. Can you allow me to please listen to me? If you need a break to go and consult, I will plead with my colleagues to allow you to go and break, spend 30 minutes, and I want to play with the committee. If this one takes us the entire day today to unravel, let us sit down. Let's take away the tactics and drama from this process and get to the meat of the situation. If you need to consult with people that are there, so rather than be writing small notes and you're distracted, we can give 30 minutes, we can give 1 hour. Go, we will sit down here. And when you're ready to come back, you will come back here and tell us the exact thing that is in your petition. Let Nigerians hear. And that's why this proceeding is live being recorded. So I want to plead with you. Please go ahead. If you think that this petition has some strength, go ahead and present it. If you do not feel comfortable again to say you don't want to present the petition, then withdraw it. And that case, then we know that the petition has been. You have now the second point I want to make, distinguished colleagues. Even we need to vary our rule a bit. I'm coming. Because we already have a petitioner. We have the respondent also here. If the petitioner is not willing to go ahead with his petition, we also invite the respondent. Wait, I just want to be sure that we do not leave this proceeding with anyone in doubt whatsoever. That we have provided ample opportunity for everybody to ventilate their petition. It just appeared to me in the last 1 hour, we are going on a path of premeditated drama and theatrics. And if I don't care as a committee, the reporter will be. So, Mr. Spero, do you still want to go ahead with your petition or not? Let me be clear that.
Yes, on one condition. Yes. Because what the condition I was talking about is that the defendant representative is here. My principal witness, who is Senator Natasha, that incident happened to do what? Who reported to me. If she's not here to clarify because she has every evidence to documentary evidence fully adapted to the fact. Unless the senator allow her to come in for her to testify. That is one thing. Okay.
All right. Okay, we've heard you. Thank you. Please turn off your mic.
So I want to tell you,
We've heard you. Turn off your mic. No, please. The respondent is also here.
yes.
The respondent is also here. The respondent counsel is here. Counsel. Chibubani, what's your reaction to this?
Thank you.
Please put on your mic.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
May I please ask a question? I just want to ask a question because you did give us some clarifications. Why is he speaking if the council?
No, he spoke. No, he didn't allow my counsel
She
to
didn't
speak.
speak.
So let me explain.
That's very
Hold on. Let me explain that to you.
Yes.
Both principal people in this matter are not here.
Yes.
Are not here. But he is the petitioner. Remember, he is a petitioner.
Yes.
It's his petition we are talking about, not some phantom thing. It's his petition.
And she is the attorney to the petition.
But the petitioner is speaking.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Okay, so, and the petitioner, remember what he said, that he would not speak to his petition. If he will not speak to his petition because of the bias that it said is already. May I finish, sir? If he will not speak to the petition for the reasons he gave,
Sir.
we won't hear you because there's something you're going to say because he is the petitioner. You are here for the petitioner. You are not his witness. And if he will not speak to the petitioner, there's nothing we will hear from you, man. So let me.
You recognize me as a witness.
No, you witness the word. Petitioner said you will not speak to his petition. You are witness to the word.
He has made.
Ma'am, it's okay, I will help you. But respondent, please do
Besides, you will hear me?
But let him speak himself.
Once again, the chairman, distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, thank you for the opportunity. I want to say this. We received a petition that was served on my principal alongside.
Ubani,
Yes.
please, for record purposes, what do you mean by we?
Sorry.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
What do you mean by
The
we?
Senate President.
Just, sorry, keep it back. It's important. It's important.
State Obani, are you on hold?
It's not different.
I'm a counsel. Yes. I'm speaking like as a counsel, so I'm saying that yes, my client received the petition and we went through the petition and the verifying affidavit. The truth of the matter is that when you have an affidavit, it is the evidence with which you prosecute your case. Unfortunately, the applicant or the petitioner has refused to adopt and possibly speak on the petition first before even the witness. Now, if you have given me the opportunity to look at the petition, we have a witness also that we have lined up in order to report whatever has been already submitted to the distinguished Senate Republic of Nigeria. It's there already. We have the petition, we have the verifying affidavit. Verifying affidavit is evidence. You don't talk about any other evidence because you enclose it. Whatever you have as an evidence is already in the verifying affidavit. So what we're saying is that if they are not going to adopt and you want us to report, we go ahead and then I put the witness that we have in order to report whatever has already been submitted before the distinguished Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We can report it. And then at the end of the day, if they want to go and probably want to ask questions, they can ask any question that they have a counsel here. My colleague, who is a professor of law, Dr. Abiola, can ask any of the witness of the respondent any question. She has the right to do that. Just as I was also willing to ask question to the petitioner if he has gone ahead to adopt his petition, but he refused to adopt it, was alleging bias. Let me say this. He was mistaking the first incident where the suspended senator submitted a petition not in accordance with the rules of the Senate. And they told her that you have to comply. When she came back with that petition, she complied with the petition because she was no longer the person that signed it. Yeah. She now presented it, and the Senate that day, will recall what happened, accepted the petition and referred it immediately to the ethics committee, which is what the ethics committee is doing today, because he's mentioning the first instance where they said that it was dead on arrival because it was not in compliance with the rule. Now that the rule has been complied with and submitted properly, the Senate has referred it now to the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petition. They sat last Tuesday, invited them, they were not available, and he has explained why he was not available. Now effort was made in order to trace him, and he's here. So what I expect him to do is to adopt his petition, and then we now proceed from there. But if they have a tactics of delay or trying to misguide Nigerians and give an impression that there's no fair hearing, I think that the Senate Committee should be able and wise enough to know that tactics and be able to do something concerning this petition. We are ready to defend it if they are ready to adopt it. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Mr. Lockerman. Go ahead.
Please. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, Mr. Zubairu, you forwarded and signed a petition before this committee. True or false?
I am, sir.
So how does the other person come in? Are you not the author of this piece?
Sorry, sir. If you look at the bottom of the petition, it was clearly stated that Senator Natasha will be here to testify and give oral and evidence.
After you are able to adopt the petition as yours, it is not for you to dictate the proceedings here.
No, sir.
Sorry, sir.
No,
Can
sir.
I speak as counsel?
Okay.
Since the counsel on the last side.
Can my counsel speak? Yeah, counsel, let me hear you. Let me hear you.
Thank you very much, sir, and thanks for giving me that opportunity to speak. I've had the other counsel on this matter, and I've had the opportunity of also reading the rules of the committee. And I could see that the committee has the right to deal with to do investigation and also to deal with issues of misconduct, which is what is before you. So we are not saying that by the jurisdiction of this committee, you don't have the power, to deal with this matter. However, what we are saying is that one of the things that my client has raised is the death on arrival, which the SAN has also mentioned as one of the statements that come from the chair of the committee at a point in time, which was raised on the 5th of March. Sir, please. Which was raised on the 5th of March. The rules of the National Assembly is very critical, is important. But it must also be in sync with the Constitution of Nigeria, which dictates in the real sense what fair hearing will mean and what justice, will mean for Nigerians. And that is why we're saying that until when we read that the rule of this house and that constitution, that's when we can say that we have fair hearing and justice in this regard. In this regard, what the petitioner had said is that based on that press briefing, whether it was before Natasha was sent out of the National Assembly or not, gives an impression that the chairman of the committee has a particular understanding of this issue and can be said to be biased, on that issue with due respect. And that is what my client is raising. Now, my client had raised one more point, that in the petition that he had put before you, sir, that the petition had said is going to bring the principal witness, Senator Natasha, as one of the witnesses to speak on this issue. And we are aware that the Senate had made a decision on where she can come and where she cannot come. And so that is why we are saying we are ready to proceed. An oath has been taken. We have our witnesses ready. And the principal witness is Senator Natasha. So we don't also want people to go ahead and think that we deliberately came here, we have been called on serious. We have been called serious some names here. That we deliberately came here to come and stalemate here. No, that is not our intention. Our intention is that if we are going to proceed, we think the chair of the committee should please step down from this conversation to allow for fairness and justice in accordance with the constitution of this country, because we can give evidence. Premium Times, March 5th, Arise, it was also recorded. We have several documentary evidence to show that at the point in time, the chair had said, dead or an arrival, she has no case to answer, and other things, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much for what you have said. I just need so that we can Mr. Ubani,
Yes, sir.
this is for you.
Yes.
I don't know, I know all my colleagues have papers. We can see that part of your defense is that there are cases in court. Am I correct?
Yes, I...
Just hold on. Am I correct?
Yes, you are very
Can you speak to
correct.
I just want, because I want us to be fair.
Yes.
Can you speak to that and also speak to
Yes.
what I understand that? Madam Counsel,
Yes, sir.
what you are saying, so that we are clear, is that you can't proceed because Senator Natasha is here. You want the proceedings is not here. You want the proceedings adjourned to allow her come. Is that what you are saying?
That's one of
Okay.
the things
Okay.
we are
No.
asking for, sir.
Am I correct?
That's one of the things we are asking.
So, Mr. Abadi, can you speak to those two things? One, we have before us today your defense, which says there are cases in court. Two, they've said that they would like Senator Natasha to be here for this hearing. Can you speak to those two things?
Yeah, on the issue of
Your mic, sir. Your mic, sir.
Oh, sorry. On the issue of the matter is something is, the truth of the matter is that the allegation of sexual harassment, the wife of distinguished Senator Gosula Fabio has filed a suit, and I presented those two suits before the committee last Tuesday. There is a suit that has been...
Do you have it?
No, I submitted it, sir.
It says it. Or petitioner, you have what you define.
Well, besides, we don't have it. We just saw it in the
Okay, hold on, please.
Bring for me.
So that they can follow what the chief advisor
It
said.
was on cyber police, sir.
Okay, please continue.
Yes,
Sorry, sir, this one, allow you follow what
Yes.
Madam Professor. Madam Professor, this to allow you follow his advice.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay,
So there are two suits, as I said earlier, where the wife of distinguished Senator Gosula Fabio sued to enforce a fundamental human right regarding this allegation of sexual harassment that was made against her husband and the entire family. Then she also brought a writ of summons in which she's also asking for damages, all bordering on sexual allegation, not on cyberbullying. The defamation matter is one that suspended Senator Natasha brought. It's different from the allegation of sexual harassment in which the wife of Gosula Fabio went to court in order to challenge and ask for damages that have been done to her husband and the entire family. So there are two suits. I presented it before the August committee last Tuesday. So I'm sure my colleague has copies of the two suits. It's on sexual harassment. That is one with regards to issue that the matter is subject. Then the other issue you raised about Senator Natasha being present.
No, they are prayer.
Okay, the prayers.
Yeah, they pray that they would like to go to that and
Yes.
testify. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And I said speak to that.
Yes. They have other witnesses. What I know about the issue of witnesses is that you can take your first. So far, you have listed out the names of witnesses you have actually lined up for your case. You can start with the last person if the first person is not available, because it does happen that maybe your first witness is not available. You can start with that witness that is available in order to probably give life to whatever allegations you have made. So if the committee considers it worthy in the application that they are putting up now for an adjournment in order to allow distinguished Senator Natasha to come and give evidence, that's not. The committee has the right to reach that decision. But for me, if they have other witnesses, they can start by adopting and then go on with witnesses that they have today so that we can make some level of progress. That's my advice.
Please turn off your mic.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I thank you very much, and I thank Mr. Siberu for coming. Please. I about you. Let me. I want to address something.
Okay, please.
For coming for us. Let me cancel. I've heard you. You said because I made a statement in Arise, if I'm correct, therefore I should recuse myself because that shows bias. But let me tell you, and I should use the word then on record. That case that came before us, the first petition that came, is not this petition. That petition was signed by distinguished Senator Natasha. Contrary to our rules, you cannot sign your own petition. 2, a petition that came before us did not even have an address. Contrary to our rule, that petition shouldn't have been entertained. Because you're a legal counsel, submit a case, submit your own petition to court, and don't sign it. They will throw it out. Whether you use the word dead on arrival or not, they will throw it out. We are lawyers here, so we understand that. In any case, from the position that I can see you are taking, it means the whole Senate is biased. But the whole Senate witnessed what happened on the floor. They witnessed it. And so, I don't know what other committee you're going to now constitute that is not aware of what has been going on. 2, learned respondent has just told us, and I'm sure you have the case file and index number in front of you, that this matter is before a law court. And I will address that. I will address that by our rule book, which says order 47, and I will read on record. Senate should not receive or deliberate on any matter to which actions are pending in any court of law. Senate should not receive or deliberate on any matter to which actions are pending in any court of law. This is our rule book, Senate Standing Orders 2023 as amended. And I'm glad you said you have had the opportunity to read this rule book. Yeah. Therefore, based on 2 things. 1, the petitioner said he will not speak to his petition because the Senate is biased, or I'm biased, or the committee is biased. 2, the respondent has just told us, and the papers are before you, that this case is before a competent court of law. Therefore, this committee will allow a court of law that will not be biased to handle this matter. Therefore, this matter is closed here at the Senate and is adjourned.
That's